Hi guys, it's Megan. Welcome back to my channel. This is my 2021 wrap-up video. I read 45 books this year, and some of them are physical copies and some of them are just ebooks. So I'll start with my physical copies and then we'll go on to the ebooks that I read this year. So starting with the star of the show, that got me back into rereading was Midnight Sun by Stephanie Meyer. Everyone has literally raved about this. Like, we wanted it so much and we finally got it after 10 years. We got Edward's point of view of the Twilight series, or of Twilight, not the Twilight series, but Twilight, the book. We didn't get Midnight Sun, or not Midnight Sun, we didn't get New Moon's perspective yet, or Eclipse perspective with Edward, but I really hope we do, because this just gave me a taste of what Edward was thinking in Twilight, so I can only imagine what he was thinking in New Moon and Eclipse and Breaking Dawn especially. But yeah, this is just his perspective on Twilight, and I absolutely adored it. It's just honestly nostalgia for me. I love Twilight, and honestly I want to do a reread in 2022 just because I love it so much. Next one I read, no in particular order, I honestly don't remember what order I read all these in, but A Good Girl's Guide to Murder by Holly Jackson. So this in general, like, this book was a 5 out of 5 star read for me. This follows Pip and Ravi. Pip is doing her senior project and she does it on like I guess like murder and on Andy Bell, and she disappeared like I think like 5 years ago, and the alleged killer is Sal, and Sal's brother is named Ravi, and so they kind of work together during this whole thing, and Pip finds out that yeah, maybe Sal isn't really the killer. And so this was a 5 out of 5 star read for me. I'm usually not into mystery at all, but I was really into this book. Now where it starts to fall is that Holly Jackson made 2 other books, Good Girl, Bad Blood, and As Good as Dead. So this one is the second one, and this one follows one of Pip's friends that ends up disappearing, and then this one actually Pip ends up disappearing. And honestly I just feel like it just wasn't my genre. Like, I feel like if people like YA mystery thriller, they would love this, but it's just honestly, I'm a romance fanatic and that's just it. But I try to get out of my comfort zone for October. The next one is The Hating Game by Sally Thorne. So originally at the beginning of 2021, I wanted to read this book. I tried to read a chapter of it and I just didn't like it. Now, like a couple of days before Christmas, I ended up reading it actually, and I actually really enjoyed it. It was just kind of a slow beginning, I guess, and I gave it like 3 out of 5 stars. But basically this is just like an office romance. They hate each other, and obviously lines start to blur, forced proximity, they're both going for the same job, you know, it's just a lot of fun. Let's see, the Crave series by Tracy. This is my kryptonite right here. So I don't even know where to start. Okay, so Crave. This follows a girl named Grace, and her parents just died in a car accident, and basically she moves in with her uncle and her cousin, and basically they go, like, Grace is going to this new school, but it's not so normal. It's full of vampires, werewolves, witches, and dragons. And basically on her first day or night there, she meets this guy named Jackson, and Jackson does not like her whatsoever. And it kind of goes from there, obviously. And if you guys have read these books, Crave, Crush, and Covet, her 4th book, Court, is going to be coming out on February 1st, I believe, and I'm so ready for it. I have to do a reread of the 3 first, and then I'll be ready for that. But if you guys have read these books, are you guys team Jackson or team Hudson? And if you guys haven't, you guys will not understand what I'm saying, but if you guys have, please comment down below which team you're on. I Wish You All the Best by Mason Dever. This follows Ben, and this follows Nathan, Ben and Nathan, and basically Ben tries to come out to his parents as non-binary, but they don't accept that, so they kick him out, and Ben has to talk to his sister that he hasn't seen in 10 years, Hannah, that's her name, and Hannah ends up going to pick him up, and basically Ben is transferred obviously to a new school and meets Nathan. Nathan is struggling with his sexuality, and it kind of goes from there. It's so wholesome, and I feel like it talks about a topic that I feel like more people should talk about, and so I absolutely just wholeheartedly love this book, and I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. The Deal by L. Kennedy. This is the first book of the Off-Campus series. Basically, it follows Hannah and Garrett, and Garrett is the captain of the hockey team, and basically he fails a test, but on the other hand, Hannah just aced the test, and Garrett wants her to tutor him, but she's like, no, like, you're a player, I don't want anything to do with you, and I also don't have the time. But they end up coming to agreement. She wants Garrett and her to go on a fake date to make this other guy that she actually likes jealous in return for tutoring for the coming up test. But then lines start to blur, Garrett starts getting jealous, and that's that. And honestly, Hannah and Garrett, they are my favorite couple out of the whole Off-Campus series, and probably the whole spin-off of the Briar U series too. Like, honestly, like, Hannah and Garrett are everything. And then this is the first book in the Briar U series. This follows Chase, or no, it's called The Chase, but it follows Summer and Colin Fitzgerald, and it's just such a good book. I would honestly just start out with these, the Off-Campus series, and then go to the Briar U series. Sorry, I keep on burping, but honestly, they're just so good. They're just hockey romances set in college, and it's just so good. But yeah, let's see. So Ryan's Bed, I don't know, there's not much to say about this one. It goes through some hard stuff, I would say, so definitely look up trigger warnings. It is a romance, but it does go through some stuff, hard stuff. I might just read the back for you, because I don't know how to explain this book, okay? So, I crawled into Ryan Jensen's bed that first night by accident. I barely knew him. I thought it was his sister's bed, her room. It took seconds to realize my error, and I should have left. I didn't jump out. I didn't get embarrassed. I relaxed, and that night, in that moment, it was the only thing I craved. I asked to stay, he let me, and I slept. The truth, I never wanted to leave his bed. If I could have stayed forever, I would have. He became my sanctuary, because for 4 hours earlier, my twin sister killed herself. So, there's that. Take it away with whatever you want. But honestly, just reading the back made me want to reread it. So, there we go. A Touch of Darkness by Scarlett St. Clair. This is a Persephone and Hades retelling, and ever since I read this, honestly, I've been in love with Hades, so take it with a grain of salt. Birthday Girl by Penelope Douglas. I'm in love with Pike too, so I have a lot of book boyfriends. Basically, Jordan and her boyfriend, I don't even honestly remember her boyfriend's name, but anyways, it's her boyfriend's dad, and yeah, forbidden romance. You know, if you're into it, you're into it. If not, whatever. And then, let's see, on the Penelope Douglas ride, Punk 57, bully romance, or is it bully romance? No, it's not bully romance. Basically, they're pen pals, and then all of a sudden, it follows Misha and Ryan, and basically, Misha, I think, stops writing to her, and she doesn't know why, and then she finds out why, and it's like a whole thing. It's steamy, so if you're not ready for that, don't read it, but Punk 57 has a special place in my heart. It's so good. Okay, Corrupt by Penelope Douglas. This is a dark romance. It follows Michael and Erica. Basically, I'll just read the last sentence so you get it. The opportunity is too good to be true, as well as the timing, because you see, 3 years ago, she put a few of my high school friends in prison, and now they're out. We've waited, we've been patient, and now every last one of her nightmares will come true. So, this is a dark romance, for sure. So that's the first book. And I think it's called the Devil's Night series. And this is the second book of that one. I have the rest of the series, like, right here. They're so big. If I can grab them. But they're, like, so big. And this one follows Banks and Kaya. But you guys are honestly, I'm not going to give too much away of the plot because you guys need to read The Corrupt first. But then, yeah. And then there's, like, Kill Switch, which is, like, another romance with the other buddies, obviously, and then this one, and then just like novellas of it, but I haven't read these ones yet. And then obviously it ends with us. I really need to do a reread of this as well. I also need to do a reread of like the Devil's Night series as well, because honestly, if I'm going to read the rest of the series, I need to know what's happening, even though they're both individual like romances, like they're different romances. But anyways, this follows Lily and Atlas, I guess, and it follows Lily and Ryle, but basically, it's just so freaking good. I don't even know how to even say this. Lily and Atlas are my dream couple, basically. That's it. If you want to read this, start out with this one. Okay? Okay. Ugly Love by Colleen Hoover, also another good one. This follows Tate and Miles, and oh my god, boy, I'm just gonna say this. Never ask for the past, don't expect the future. That's all. But it's just so good. Tate and Miles are everything to me. Okay, again with the forbidden romance, I just got these for Christmas, but I ended up already reading them. But The Truth About Heartbreak by B. Celeste, The Truth About Tomorrow by B. Celeste, and The Truth About Us by B. Celeste. I'm just gonna read the back of this to you guys. This is the first one in the book, in the series. I fell in love with him when I was 13 years old. He was older, mysterious, and untamable. The guy I could never touch. Then one night changed everything for us, but there was one huge problem. He belonged to her. Yeah, so do with that what you will. And then this one, do you guys want me to read the back? I guess. Age is just a number. Just like he's just a boy and I'm just a girl, except that's not true, is it? Because 15 may be a number, but it's bigger than that, bigger than us. It's a number that separates us, an excuse that keeps us apart. But I'm not willing to give in until I get what I want. After all, how many other girls can bring a grown man to his knees with one little smile? If you're into forbidden romance, please check these out. If not, don't. Okay. So those are all the physical copies I've read this year. So now I'm going to go in and show you guys what books I read that were like on my tablet. So the first one being The Perks of Being a Wallflower by Stephen Chbosky. Let's see here. Ooh, the Crew series by Taijin. Oh, that was such a good book. Oh, does it need to load? Basically, that's what it looks like. Oh, we're going into it. It's a three book series. I can read you guys the summary real quick though. Maybe if I know how to navigate this thing. Probably not. Anyways, hold on, I'll go back to it. Oh, wait, I missed like 2 books too, but hold on, we'll go back to that in a second. Oh, I also read We Were Liars by E. Lockhart. I did not like that book at all. Some people say that they cried over it. I did not. I was so emotionally attached to the characters. I don't even remember honestly what it was about. Like, no. I also read 50 Shades of Grey and 50 Shades Darker. Honestly, it was so bad that I couldn't even go to the third one. So there's that. No. Okay. Let's see. Okay, I just got done with this. It's called Leith, by Jane Henry, I believe. And basically, it is a Scottish mafia romance. And oh my goodness, if you guys are into that, check out Leith by Jane Henry. And then I just got done finishing The Risk by Elle Kennedy and The Play by Elle Kennedy, which is like the second and third book of the Briar U series. So read the Off Campus first and then come to the Briar U series. And then also with more physical books that I read this year as well. I read Getting Lucky, number 7 by Cindy Madison. This basically follows Lila and Beck, and basically Lila is shy and everything, but this year she promised herself to get more out there, and basically she makes this bucket list, and basically number 7 is have mind-blowing sex, and basically her best friend does not like that idea other than himself being the person that gives her mind-blowing sex, and that's what you do with that one. Shatter Me series by Tahira Mafi. This also holds a very special place in my heart, honestly. This is everything to me. Warner, he's my villain. And, okay. So the books that I plan on reading, like, here in January, so I just went to the library, actually, today. I went on a bike ride and went to the library, and I picked up these books. So I've heard this one a lot, Beautiful World, Where Are You by Sally Rooney, and it really sounds really interesting, and I really need to read this. So I think I might start reading this one tonight. And yeah, Never Saw You Coming by Erin Hahn. I really want to read this one too. This one is really good. I don't know, it sounds really good. And then this one is Here's to Us. I've seen this one fluctuating on TikTok, but this is actually the second one of What If It's Us, and so I can't even read this one. I found that out, so I have to get the first one first. So there's that. And then I plan on obviously reading the rest of the Devil's Night series, Nightfall, Kill Switch, and Conclave, and Fire Night. But obviously I don't think I'm gonna get through this all the way through January, like all of these books I plan on reading, but this is like the next couple, probably like 1 or 2 months. And then I want to give Red, White, Royal Blue another chance. I read like a couple chapters and I honestly just couldn't get into it. Like, I don't know. Everyone loves it, but I don't know if I do. One of Us is Lying. Honestly, the only reason I haven't read this one is because I can't get into series right now, and I know I just said I wanted to do the Devil's Night series, but that's honestly why I haven't picked up that one again either, because I want to reread the Devil's Night, like first 2 Devil's Night series, or 2 Devil's Night books in the series to get to those, but I just honestly, no, I just want standalones right now. But, and then One of Us is Lying, obviously it's a series, so I'm just like, no. Tweet Cute, romance, little rom-com, I don't know, it just hasn't piqued my interest lately, but I do plan on reading that. They both die at the end. Honestly, I feel like it's gonna be too sad, and I just, like, in my heart I feel like, oh yeah, they're not actually gonna die at the end, but I already know that's not true, so, you know, I'm too scared to pick up these books. That's the problem. One Last Stop, honestly, I hope to read this one soon. Yeah, I don't know too much about it. Lately, I've just been not reading the backs of books and just kind of just going into it, but that's just, like, me being crazy. Beautiful Disaster by Jamie McGeer. This is also a series, and I don't know if I want to read it because it's a series, and so we'll see. Ooh, this one I also got for Christmas, Neon Gods by Katie Robert. This is a Persephone and Hades retelling, but it's like super steamy, and I'm like, okay, yeah. This is like up there on my TBR, like probably like the next one after my library books. The Song of Achilles. So I tried to read this one like the other day, like before Christmas, and like I got like 2 pages in. I'm just like, I don't know. Everyone loves this book, but I'm just like, I don't know. And usually I love Greek mythology because I love like the Persephone and Hades retellings and everything, but this, I don't know. Maybe I just need to get more into it. I don't know. And then Milk and Honey is just like a poetry book. We'll see though. And An Emotion of Great Delight by Terra Mafia. And honestly, it's not even that big. I don't know why I'm such a wimp about these things. But yes, that's all I plan to read in the next couple months, and that's all I read in 2021. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you guys have any more steamy romance recommendations for me, please let me know down below, and I hope to see you guys in my next video. I'll see you guys soon.